Okay, so the last thing I want to look at is the back page. So the first question says, given the equation y equals negative 3x plus 2 squared plus 5, which equation is equivalent in standard form? All right, so it gives us some answer choices. And I know you're probably thinking this. Okay, it says equivalent. That normally means use Desmos, and we're going to use Desmos here in a second. But first, I want to kind of think about this equation and what we can get from that equation without just having to rely on Desmos. So this first question down here, it says, what do we know about the graph from vertex form? All right, well, we just learned how to find our vertex. So let's look and see if we can't see what our vertex is. I look in H spot and I look in the K spot. Our vertex is H comma K. And H is our hypocrite. So here, where 2 is positive, it's going to be negative 2 in our vertex, and then comma 5. All right, from this, we can also find our axis of symmetry. Our axis of symmetry is x equals negative 2. And then because this 3 out here is negative, that means it's going to open down. All right, so those are all things that we learned today. Those are all things that we learned how to do. Here it says, what tools do we have that can help us solve or check this problem? This is Desmos. Okay, so we're going to go to Desmos. We're going to type in our original problem. We'll type in all our answer choices to see which one matches. All right, so I'm going to type in y equals negative 3 parentheses x plus 2 squared plus 5. Okay, then I want to type in my answer choices. The first one I have is negative 3x squared minus 1. That one doesn't match. All right, let's try another one. The answer choice B is negative 3x squared minus 12x minus 7. Hey, I messed that up. Let's fix it. There we go, minus 7. All right, that one does match. It's one on top of another. Okay, so that makes my answer choice B on my paper. Pretty easy. Let's look down here. It says, which quadratic function in vertex form can be represented by the graph that has a vertex at negative 2, 9 and passes through the point negative 4, 13. So let's kind of think about what this graph would look like. I know I would have a point at negative 2, 9. Okay, this is my vertex. All right, and I want it to pass through the point negative 4, 13. So we are going to type all of these into Desmos. We'll type in these 2 points and see which one works. So let's go back to Desmos. All right, we'll start with the first one. I have, or actually let's start by typing in our vertex. So I have negative 2, comma 9. I'll label this. Let's label it vertex. All right. And then it wants to pass through the point negative 4, comma 13. You can label this one also. Let's label it point. There we go. All right, now just looking at this, I kind of have a hunch that it's going to be opening up. All right, let's test out some of these answer choices. So answer choice A, I have negative 4, parentheses x minus 2 squared plus 9. Okay, that one doesn't touch my vertex or my point. Let's try the second option. Negative 4, parentheses x plus 2 squared plus 9. All right, that one touches my vertex, but it doesn't touch my point up here. So I'm guessing it's probably the last one, but let's check it just to be sure. Y equals x plus 2 squared plus 9. Okay, that goes through my vertex as well as goes through my point. So that makes my answer here C. We can go ahead and finish sketching the graph up here. All right, down here it says, what tools do we have that can help us solve or check this problem? Desmos. Desmos is going to help us.